too, but we won't talk about them right now. We're so happy to have this band come join us tonight. Tall Travis is their name. The concert's in memory of Tim Hohlhueter, who died a year ago. He is still in this, his spirit is in this building. He started working with us in 2011 when we bought the building in January 2011, and worked with us for 4 years, maybe 5 years on and off. He, for those of you that might not know him, was a preservation restoration carpenter. Got the words right, Stacia? Thank you. And he loved this building and poured his heart into it. Worked with me and the other people on the project. He did work with his hands and used old tools and did beautiful work, so much so that when you go back and look in that hallway there, we actually didn't cover up the woodwork that he did, so we still can see his fine workmanship, which is sort of cool. He had a big heart, he had a big voice, he had a big body. We loved him, he loved us. He also worked in Berlin in other buildings, on other buildings. The Hearst House, most recently. He worked on the Roberts Barn. He worked on Golden Skep Farm. I could list them all, but he was very much a part of our Berlin community. So we really wanted to honor him here in Berlin, even though he drove an hour and a half every day when he worked here from Wales, where he lived with his wife and son. So we're grateful to have known him, and we're happy to celebrate his life with this concert. And I think the band guys here will tell you a little bit about their relationship with him. But basically, they grew up with the band. There's Tim's son, and Tim loved this band. So we hired them to come here, or actually, they're donating their time, and the proceeds will go to Station. We're happy to do that for them. So without further ado, welcome, Tall Travis.
Where to begin with the sun arising? Two hearts quickly beating, rising gray.
Beneath the rising gray.
Oh, what it reveals! I'm on the edge of my seat, above 40 or so long feet of rust-colored clay.
Rust-colored clay.
Please tell me I'm here. Oh, but I'm so near, just too damn low. That we're Tall Travis. We're so happy to be here in this beautiful space. Celebrating Tim with all of you guys. Yeah, this next song is called Train Tickets. It's about Pax, you say.
Long distance relationships. Ooh. I'm tired from all this working. She is out well, working gets me money and money buys train tickets. Train tickets, well, they take me to you. Train tickets, well, they take me to you. And there's nowhere I won't go. No place I won't take. If you only walk beside me, I was resting while you were. There's no path I wouldn't take. There's no path I wouldn't take. Oh, I'm tired of all these essays. My spelling's got me feeling like money gets me when it's a good crazy the future that I want to you. It's the future that I want to and there's nowhere I won't go. Oh, it might be a mistake if you only walk beside me. I was missing while you were. There's no path I wouldn't take. There's no path I wouldn't take. Well, I'm tired. All this living, existing has got me feeling blue. But you know I won't complain, even though it's awful here, 'cause I get to exist with you. If I get to exist with you. And there's nowhere I won't go. No path I wouldn't take. If you only walk beside me, I was missing while you were. There's no path I wouldn't take. There's no path I wouldn't
This song is about when I met a river guide on the Nolichucky River in Irwin, Tennessee, while hiking the Appalachian Trail. And that was an area that had been affected by Hurricane Helene. And due to like the river getting all messed up from the hurricane, they wouldn't let people raft the river anymore, and they're planning to like put walls on the sides of the river, and they're planning to never let people raft the river anymore. And so this is just sort of a lament of the situation of the river guides.
As was previously mentioned, Casey and I kind of grew up with Ben. We met at a homeschool co-op in like 2012 or something, give or take, a few years ago, and Ben started driving back and forth from wherever we're living at a given moment to Wales. And yeah, Ben and Stacia and Tim have all been a big part of our lives, and for these folks as well, since the band started. You're going to hear more about that as time passes.
Well, I've been a riverboatman for a couple dozen years. When I hear rapids coming, I can tell which way to steer. Rolling down to Carolina like a ripple spreading large. If she asks me what I'm doing, then I tell her it's the river who's in charge. How right you are, for even when the devil's playing, there's a fiddle in my heart. My heart, it pries apart. For if I cannot run the river, then I just can't seem to make it very far. The last season came a hurricane and blew some hell to town and tore the train tracks in the water and tore the bridges down. Well, the river's swollen and angry. Well, it jumped me down so hard that I knew that for a while couldn't trust the river, they decided to build a wall. The authorities decided to ban boatmen big and small. I had time off from the river, but now I find I can't go back at all. How wrong you are, for even when the devil's playing, there's a fiddle in my heart, my heart. It cries apart, for if I cannot run the river, then I just can't seem to make it very far. How right you are, for even when the devil's playing, there's a fiddle in my heart, my heart. It cries apart, for if I cannot run the river, then I just can't seem to make it. I just can't seem to make it. No, I just can't seem to make it very far. This next song is an old song of ours.
It's also the first song that we're going to play from the first album we ever released as a band, which is one that I always talk to Tim a lot about because whenever he saw one of those Sasquatch things, like somebody's got like a Sasquatch yard cut out, he'd say, "Casey, I saw Travis out there." I would say, "What the heck are you talking
We
about?"
spent like fully a year, and he was like, I keep seeing Travis. And we weren't quite sure what was going on.
Until we realized that the album cover that I drew for this album has a large figure just arranged in that exact formation, just like that, and he was sort of seeing that in everything. So I'd like to think he was thinking of us.
By the way, where's Travis?
Out there.
When you told me that you thought that it was time for us to finally say goodnight. Well, the seeds they now stirring, the summer's gentle moving sound is floating up from Boston as the world's spinning around to the east of me, so you can see the sun before it rises o'er the friendly water tower. And my friends saw as a god when they were high. It's a simple combination of words that you can say to let me sleep. The night is easy. told us that this land was made for you and me. I wondered how long till we decide to take that seriously. 3.7 million square miles from sea to shining sea. They call it freedom when somebody owns each rock and every tree. You can have fences, you can have lawns, you can have whatever kind of borders you draw, but you can't tell us we deserve it, and you don't know what's right and what's
fingers. Drop the ball, read your legs on the living room. Give out mile just reach to practice and keep on working it on till you get in the morning. Very hard, remember the battle of the other girl. Drink what you should have done, and the place you go when you're born.
For a while when I was in college, I would write a song every finals week because I wanted to do anything but school, and I'm a terrible procrastinator. And this is a song that I wrote one finals week. I'm sick and tired of being uninspired. I wonder if I just wasn't wired for this kind of working. I'm worried over you, there's not much I can do. We all just have to lose to keep from hurting. I've been thinking on my feet again. But if I don't, well, I'd be defeated then. I'm just waiting on the day that you can tell me when I get to say this hard day's done. I've been wondering why I cannot go outside. The world is bigger where it's supposed to be. Been thinking out my lies, been taking a long drive. I end up by your side, metaphorically. I've been thinking on my feet again. 'Cause if I don't, well, I'd be defeated then. I'm just waiting on the day that you can tell me when I get to say this hard day's done. Been sitting down so long, I need a rest from sitting. Don't know if I'm wrong, don't know if I've been. I'm pulling I can to you, read till you lose the shit. You lose all the shit that you've been giving. You wrote it on the wall. I wanna try real hard. So fucking do it, do it, do it, do it. I've been thinking on my feet again. 'Cause if I don't, well, I'd be defeated then. I'm just waiting on the moment you can tell me when I get to say this hard day's done. I get to say it's done. I've been thinking on my feet again. 'Cause if I don't, well, I'd be defeated then. I'm just waiting on the day that you can tell me when I get to say this hard day's done. I get to say it's done. You say you're on your toes, we all are, I suppose. No one really knows if it's working ever. I learned that I was wrong, the first verse of this song. It's hard, but I've been on my feet so long I can stay forever. I've been thinking on my feet again. 'Cause if I don't, well, I'd be defeated then. I'm just waiting on the moment you can tell me when I can say this hard day's done.
Rotoscope me, tell me who I am. 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 I must admit, I'm not quite the blank slate that you're looking for. No tabula rasa, but that's not a problem for someone as
hiking the Appalachian Trail, I camped alone at like a really nice view, and I sat at the sunrise, and I was like playing the ukulele, and I was watching the sunrise, and I was like writing a song and singing the song in the sunrise, and it was a magical moment. And this is not that song, because I never wrote that song down and I forgot it.
It's kind of like
But this song similarly is about nature and is about mountains. And I distinctly remember when I first met Ben, like the first day, it was like the Cedar Brook Co-op holiday party in December. And I went home and I was like, I met this kid and he's trying to beat his dad in the number of times he's climbed Mount Washington. And that was obviously Ben and Tim, because who else would be, climbing Mount Washington over and over again?
I will. Let's do it, Ben.
I believe in Ben, but it'll be tough.
It starts with the bones under plaster that make up the skeletal structure that holds me aloft. It feels like the prow of a ship built to weather whatever, most anything unceasing abrupt. I know that there's somebody listening beside me across through the wall, but I don't know her name. But treading down hallways that go on forever, my friend will be lying awake just the same as the rain that started off slowly and rose to my window with untwinkling lights. The second and third floors look like they're reflecting on an invisible ocean that cuts through the night. Oh, bring me down before I fly away. I'm alone and drifting in space. Bring me down. I won't go knocking, I guess it's enough just to be in a place. Beyond is the same. There's too many staples. There's thousands of people all breathing their breath. I thought that I recognized as I float over darting and drifting my way to the west. The shape of a melody catches my ear, and I think of the crowd who shaped it and tried. He's struggling just as I will in a moment. When reason catches up, I will and mine. Oh, bring me down before I fly away. I'm alone and drifting in space. Bring me down. I won't come knocking, I guess it's enough just to be in a place. There's the sun, it's setting just for me. It's shooting off colors and blues over New York and its bluish gray mountains. By the elegant mountain, I've become something new. And what did I do to deserve the affection of 10 million hours? This brilliant view. Some call it home, and some call it heaven, but it comes where I come from, it comes where I'm headed. Oh, bring me down before I fly away. I'm alone and drifting in space. Bring me down. I won't come knocking, I guess it's enough just to be in a place. So bring me down before I fly away. I'm alone and drifting in space. Bring me down. Go gently, I guess it's enough just to be in a place. Show face, let it not be pried open this time. Swing low or swing high, and fate will decide if you were right. To your ears, to the call that still comes from inside. a ghost on the run, I'd rather hold on with love and hold on with rage. Let the oncoming tide you, I'll drag you away.
That song is getting released soon. What? We recorded it last January at the studio of RJ McCarty, who Pax has a sticker for him on the washboard, who we met through Ben and Stacia, actually. We started going to Falcon Ridge back in like 2013 or thereabouts because Stacia was selling tie-dye there. It was always a wonderful time. We were going back in Hillsdale, and then again when they moved to Goshen, we started seeing the Slumbovians there. We became close with RJ. He obviously helped us record this. And also shout out to Tim's Cooking for all of those festivals at Falcon Ridge and at Black Bear. That was always the highlight. And kept us going.
It's convenient, there's no trespassing sign here, 'cause it's pretty out in the open, and I have got a feeling that there's something interesting out in the forest, past the fields nearby the lake, and there's spring beauties popping up through the dirt. There's violets and hepatica, and these heavens of incalculable worth, and I know you say that all of this is just meaningless, but these conversations make less sense, and I'm getting sunburned.
All of this time is trying to slip away, but I'll be damned if I let it. All of this time is trying to slip away, but I'll be damned if I let it.
You and I know things that nobody else knows, mostly about each other and the feeling of a summer night, dancing by the firelight. Ooh, and you take off all your clothes and jump into the water. All of this time is trying to slip away, but I'll be damned if I let it. All of this time is trying to slip away, but I'll be damned if I let it. The garden, see if it'll grow, searching in the floors, turning up bones, spreading like the ripples of a lake-bound stone. These are the things that you and I know. Planting in the garden, see if it'll grow, searching in the floors, turning up bones, spreading like the ripples of a lake-bound stone. These are the things that you and I know. The garden, see if it'll grow, searching in the floors, turning up bones, spreading like the ripples of a lake-bound stone. I'll be damned if I let it. All of this time is trying to slip away, but I'll be damned if I let it. All of this time is trying to slip away, but I'll be damned if I let it. All of this time is trying to slip away, This song is a cover. It's by the Grateful Dead, and it was always Tim's request when he could request a song that we know how to play.
Yeah, sure.
We once didn't know how to play this song as a group, but through playing it for Tim so many times, we've sort of picked it up. And basically every time we see it.
It's true. This was like never a song that we performed or anything, and he just always assumed that we knew it. And he would see it and he'd be like, "Oh, you should play that song. You should play Ripple. I love when you guys play Ripple." And we didn't play Ripple.
We've
but
never played Ripple.
His force of will, he made us play Ripple. And now here we are.
years that I wrote probably close to 3 years ago right now. But really the reason why it's called 3 years is because it took me 3 years to write this song. Because starting in around 2020, in sort of that pandemic type of era, I was doing a lot of hanging around, as I think a lot of people did, and I was hanging around with Elliot right here because, you know, we have the same parents and all that. And we would do it.
Casey's adopted.
So we would do a lot of hanging out with each other, and then as things were starting to mellow out, basically the first people that we were hanging out with outside of our immediate household was Ben and Tim and Stacia. So a lot of what this song is about are just things that I was writing about in that time period. When we would go and we would walk around and we would wear our masks and not talk to anyone and hold each other at arm's length. And then I wrote half this song, and then I left it for a long time, and then we were recording an album 3 years later. And I was like, man, I could finish writing that song. So I did. Jar full of pennies on a wood shelf, and they're slowly turning to green. I saw a film about a man on a mountain, and I shrank a bit with every scene. Another summer, sandals and sand hills, now I barely fit into my shoes. But I got a little pencil and notebook, maybe I could write a song for you. Walk down the train tracks at sunset, see reflections on the steel of the rails. 3 years ago I wrote a few lines down and took a picture with a box of mail. Now there's an arm stretching over the front door, the bills are gone, it's in them too. But I've got a little pencil and notebook, so I'll try to write a song for you. Popping on the corn, I feel so warm, I feel so warm. Sitting seat on the walnut wood, think I know just how you should. Sitting outside, popping on the corn, I feel so warm, I feel so warm. To snow. There's an orange fire in the wood stove, and it's warm on the stones below. I got my fiddle for playing, and with some luck I can make something new. I got a little pencil and notebook, so I'll write a little song for you. I always apologize about my car when I give people rides. Driving this shit box this long, I don't know how I survive. I got it from my father, he got it from his mom. It's older than my sister and I break my bank to fix it when inevitably something goes wrong. Jane Wagon, won't you keep on running for me? Don't break down today, don't break down. I've got 100 miles to drive away. Don't break down today, don't break down.
didn't treat him well. He left his wetsuit in the back, still wet all day, and he crashed and broke a quarter panel. He replaced it himself and he never got to painting it. So last summer I thought it would be a good plan to grab some friends and some house meat, draw some mountains and a lake, an anarchist day and a frog man. Nowadays I meet people, they say, oh, you're the guy with the hippie color painted sedan. I never meant to be notorious, but I think it looks glorious, so I'll drive for as long as I can. Take back and push it, keep on running for me. Don't break down today, don't break down. I've got 100 miles to drive away. Don't break down today, don't break down. Oh, there's memories in the cracks between the seats. There's still peanut crumbs that my dad left behind. Each CD in each case denotes a time and place. These certain moments would be gone if I'd hearted and free mine. Like this ribbon hanging down, I don't explain why it's around. I guess I picked it up on a night almost as freezing as that fateful night of our first date. I asked you, can I kiss you, Jane? You leaned across the sea. You carried me to where we are again. Don't break down today, don't break down. I've got 100 miles to drive away. Don't break down today, don't break down.
That song is about a subject very near and dear to the hearts of Tim and Ben and Seisha, shitty old cars. But the connection goes deeper than that. Because, well, Finn, you should start this part of the story. What if I died?
Oh yeah, the car that song is about died. It perished. The engine started smoking while I was driving home from work. And then it sat in my driveway for a long time as I was too sentimental to part with it. And then Elliot and Casey offered to buy it from me for $1. So I sold it to them,
And so this is back in January, as I recall. And we were like, okay, great, now we have this like 2003 Corolla that does not run. Finn said I would not drive it 3 miles if my life depended on it. And if Finn says that, you know it's bad. So
It's true.
So we're like, what can we do? What can we do? We call up Ben. Ben drives Tim's truck, the 97 F350 7.3.
Come on, it's a new truck.
99 F350 7.3 power stroke. We drive it up. We back Finn's minivan into the jack wagon. We push it up onto the trailer. We drive it back down. We get back at like 3 in the morning. And just this past summer, Toby, who is not here right now, helped us get the jank wagon working again. And it moved under its own power for the first time in like 4 years.
I moved to Boston 2 years ago. My partner grew up there. I did not. It's a song about that. Okay, thank you. We live in an apartment building straddling the border between a city and a town. And the laundry's 3 floors down. And since I moved in here, I feel my world has gotten smaller, and that could go anywhere. But I just do not know where to go at all. But this is your city, and so I love it. How could I not? And when I ride into you like I'm traveling in your veins, and through your fingers I'm gone, past the street pusher's your name. And I hope that you can feel me in the tunnels of your brain. Yes, I hope you're always thinking of me. It's only when you're drunk that your accent comes out, your voice gets all high pitched and nasal. When
good way.
In a good way. It tells them to like run off and things like that. Run off and wreak havoc on society in a good way. Oh, Jack, rolling across the town, hanging on with his hair let down, and his beard all as tangled as a mulberry tree. With his old hat, once red faded almost to brown, but he wears it as if it were a crown. Nobody's ever quite sure if he's searching for something, and all the kids say, Jack is like true, they were nothing like you. Since the age of 9, you've been traveling through, you've seen California, Wisconsin, and Texas, and Mexico. He says, I don't know what you've heard, but we're all just like birds, though some may use whistles and some may use words. If you really want freedom, you can be as free as me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. While the old trestle bridge, really gorgeous, steep and high, where the river runs fast and wide, there's a tarnished and pop-filled coffee. When the boxcar slows down at nighttime, is soon to arrive. Old Jack makes the leap to outside, where he rests till the first rays of dawning. And all the bulls say, where did he go? Is he out there tonight? The ashes always are warm when we find his campsite. But the only things that he leaves behind in each town that he passes through are the stories and tunes, the words that he sings with his out-of-tune banjo, his old rusty strings. If you really want freedom, you can be as free as me. Da 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 da. 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 Everybody sing along. Da 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 da. 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 Well, Papa, Papa, the owner of the mill, he says we'll work until we get our fill, and the workers will work until the workday is done. Well, Papa, Papa, said Jack isn't quite what he seems. He's a pied piper, a scoundrel, and a fiend. No, Papa don't like the words that he's sung. Papa said can't take anymore, so Papa wake him to my door. Taking a walk down the railroad tracks, it won't be long till he comes back. But a bird that's born on a furious day, and then a brownish red, and the water is gray. If you really want freedom, you can be as free as me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You can be as free as me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
When will the exit break? I packed away 4 days, now I'm so weak I can't get off the floor. You love me like a bed, you like a cigarette. Won't be time when I need my new spend. Tell me why I'm left alone. Say goodbye before you go. Knee deep in blood water, the days are getting hotter. I feel the asphalt burning through my soul. Just one tooth is bent, now the whole exhaust spent. The only way all good things could have went. Tell me why I'm left alone. Say goodbye before you go. I've got a little jar in the console of my car with things I thought that you might like. All signs say to wait. Get me out this fucking state! My heart head dead, that is haunted as hell me. How could I be the one in the eyes of someone? Tell me why I'm left alone. Say goodbye before you go. How
about taking your medicine and eating pasteurized foods.
Is it a list of things not to do?
No one knows what this song means.
You don't know what this song means.
I parked my car 12 minutes walk away from where I live 'cause I couldn't be bothered to pay. I biked down to it in the freezing cold winter and locked my bike to a pole and drive away. And one time when I was returning to that spot, I saw a sticker on a pole that said, "Raw milk is medicine." I had to chuckle thinking only in Vermont, but I don't think it is. In the evening casts a long shadow, a long shadow. In the evening casts a long shadow, a long. I spent an hour today just sticking around because I couldn't focus on anything important. I get this way a lot, so I went and asked my friend if they could help me. They said, you're diagnosed with ADD, so if you wanted to go ask for some prescription Adderall to fix what's going on in your head, I'd probably give it to you, and then you'd be just fine. And he has a long shadow, a long shadow. And he has a long shadow, a long. Now I could probably do a little bit better if I built myself up before I began my day, but I don't want to do that, and I don't know why. I don't know how to feel about it. So while raw milk may not be medicine, I grew up drinking it. 'Cause I've got earthy, crunchy parents, and when it comes to medicine, that kind of shit is more my speed. And the evening casts a long shadow, a long shadow. And the evening casts a long shadow, a long. Do you want to count us in, Elliot? Sure. Soon it'll be time to divvy up the dishes. I don't remember all the ones that were my contributions, but I'm pretty sure I remember how the mixing bowl was handed to me at the tag sale with Justin and Brandon. And I'll admit that I'm concerned, because Grace is leaving first. She's headed out to Wyoming to study some birds. Something about sagebrush brush or so I'm told. But when she leaves, she'll be taking the plates and the bowls, and I worry that we don't get along anymore like we did when things were all new and pleasant. Like we did in the picture of she and I and Eleanor. The gene showed me she just got developed. lived more or less together, and suddenly that's all gonna change. But wherever I go in the next year or so, the vegetarian recipes that she and I own. Because Eleanor's a vegetarian and she's moving to Spain, where eating veg in a restaurant is apparently a pain. And I worry that she'll never come back to New England because her parents are here and they suck. But I'm sure that they'll say it'll be okay wherever, and I'm sure that we'll still stay in touch. Bedroom as I drifted off to sleep. And I remember loving that room and the shape of its ceiling and pondering its unusual geometry. And I don't think I ever tried to memorize it with intention, but I'm glad now that I spent so many hours in contemplation of it, because that room is gone now when it got an addition. They tore down the walls and built closets and partitions, but I hold on to the memory of the shape of its ceiling like a stress ball. I squeeze it and I carry it with me when we'll leave it behind, and we somehow have to carry out what we learned inside. Well, now my roommates and I are gonna leave this apartment, and I don't really know what I'll do. But I get the chance to walk up and down its empty hallways, blasting into its empty rooms. Will I be able to memorize what I see at the window? Will that beautiful view? This is our last song, and it's about hoping we can all be together again sometime. Summer days when we're back out on the road, feeling great or greatly overgrown. Give me time enough to wander like a yeah, okay. Feeling lonesome, sing rolling song with words about Arizona, but I only hear for fun. Got my arm around your shoulder like the wheels and tires are on. Someday we'll stop traveling on, and there with everyone, call down the setting sun, and finally we'll be done traveling on. Sitting at the station waiting for a bus to come, can't tell apart the thunder from the freight train as it runs. Deep in this disquietude with blisters on my thumbs, someday we will know what we become. And there with everyone, we'll call down the setting suns, and finally we'll be done traveling on. I missed their birthday, guess I missed them way too long. In due course they'll get to where they're headed, and I'll get to where I'm going. I hope those destinations correspond. And setting sun. And finally we'll be done drowning on. And there with everyone we'll call down the setting sun. And finally we'll be done drowning on. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Before you go, I would like to invite Anastasia up here for a moment. So, this is painted by my friend and bandmate and roommate Isa, and this is for you guys.
Thank you, Tall Travis. Thank you, 19 Carter. This night has been amazing. Tim had always hoped that Tall Travis would play at 19 Carter, and now it's happened. So thank you.
As the papermen make you sad, all your worries gone from the page. Perhaps it won't seem quite so bad. You're proud of the mess that we made. Wake the fire on the 4th of July. Burn all your worries away. Glorious stars in the sky, most of them purely man-made. 10,000 miles away, over the sea and under the clouds. Or right back home on your doorstep, doesn't matter at all. What is the right hand and what is the left? Ain't no much of sun to burn all the rest. Did the stock market crash today, or did it fly straight into the sun? And the numbers could go either way. Seems like Raytheon already won. Icarus burned off his wings. Will the same thing with all these trucks? Will executives live on like kings, making money like they ain't got enough? 10,000 miles away, over the sea and under the clouds. So right back home on your doorstep, doesn't matter at all. What is the right hand and what is the left? What's dressed aside when they're both reading death? Took off magazine posters to pay for college. It seems like a fair trade, but please just be honest with yourself.